More on 9/11 in these ongoing numbers. In 1968, 33 years before 2001, 911 was made the national emergency dialing code. World Trade Center construction began in 68. George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. He's born on a date with 33 numerology. It's also the year Space Odyssey 2001 came out, that was put out by MGM, having a gematria of 33, and Stanley Kubrick. Stanley, gematria of 33. Kubrick, gematria of 39. In 68, it was a big year for this nation. It was the year MLK was assassinated. Again, the word kill has a gematria of 44. If you write out 44 and sum it, it sums to 144. Notice how kill ends with 1212. 12 times 12 is also 144. I find the spelling, the word kill, to be extremely fascinating. So much for just 4 letters. Anyhow, Martin Luther King Jr. would be shot on 4/4 April 4th. April 4th has gematria of 144, just like 44. These numbers all throughout history are closely associated with assassination. MLK's death was blamed on James Earl Ray, who has gematria of 47. He died in Memphis. Memphis has gematria of 38 and 47 with the S exception. The word death is 38. His initials, James Earl Ray, J-E-R, break down to 33. Ray's a name with 44 gematria. Ray would die April 23rd, 1998, 30 years after the assassination, a date with numerology of 144. And again, he's said to be the assassin of MLK. Most definitely a patsy if MLK even really did die. April 23rd, the date he died on, again, that's the 113th day of the year. Remember, fish equals 113 in Jewish gematria and 252 in English gematria. April 23rd leaves 252 days remaining, the day he died on. The words mainstream and dishonest also equal 113. In the Baba Kama 113a, a teaching from the Talmud, it says that a Jew may use lies to circumvent a Gentile. That means a Jew may be dishonest to seek an advantage over someone who's not Jewish. Look, the words mainstream and dishonest equal 113. The mainstream is full of all sorts of deceptive information. Sometimes green screens are even used to deceive us on mainstream media. Green screen equals 113. This is no coincidence. The people who control the media are Zionists. I am not saying all Jews are bad. I am saying this Zionist outfit, though, they are people that actively deceive and manipulate the masses of this world, not just the United States. These people control the media worldwide, divide and conquer people with propaganda again and again. The biggest weapon in this world is the mainstream media. It is used by these people to program and control people so that they participate in an agenda that goes against all of our interests. Again, I found this work from trying to get to the truth of this world. This is where the truth, the search for truth, has led me. These are the people who must be held accountable. Back to Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. would give his last speech April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year, the speech I've been to the mountaintop. In that speech, he indicated that he knew he was going to die soon. He told his listeners that he might not be with them much longer. Notice the name Martin Luther King Jr. in Pythagorean gematria equals 93. MLKJ breaks down to 4321 like a countdown. Again, the word propaganda equals 93. Martin Luther King Jr., one of my personal heroes. I don't say this to insult him. I do think that him and Malcolm X, though, were Zionist agents used against their own interests for an agenda that was beyond what they saw. Despite that, they still said many things that are very true, very important. MLK gave a speech a year to the day of his death, April 4th, 1967, called A Time to Break Silence Beyond Vietnam, the greatest speech I've ever heard. Please check out that speech, A Time to Break Silence, April 4th, 1967, a year to the day of his assassination. Malcolm X in simple English gematria sums to 93, like Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. would die on 4/4. Malcolm X would die on February 21st, 1965, a date with a 44 life lesson number. This number associated with killing. His assassin would get 44 years in prison. His assassin's name was Thomas Hagen, having gematria 44 supposedly. Black History Month Truth Seeker is truly a racial joke, a sick joke. I think it even explains why February has 28 days. Notice that the words Negro, slave, blues, and tiger all have gematria of 59. Motown Records came out in the year 59, as did Miles Davis, who has name gematria of 59. February 28th is the 58th day of the year. February is the only month with 42 gematria, just like the word nigger, the most hateful word for black Americans. Ends the 14th letter, 1 plus 4 becomes 5, I is 9, G is 7, G is 7, E is 5, R is 18, 1 plus 8 becomes 9. The word has a double 5-9 coding. 59 and 42 coded on black Americans again and again. The name Rodney King equaled 59. So many black Americans who have had tragic things happen to them have been given names with 59 gematria. Even think about Tiger Woods, the first successful black mainstream golfer with this name, this nickname, Tiger. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. Many people know that tiger is the substitute word for nigger. And here those words have this synonymous, racially hateful coded meaning in gematria. Knowledge is power, though. This stuff needs to be exposed. February 28th is the 228th day of the year. February 28th is the 59th day of the year. The word kill in Jewish gematria equals 59. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. Look at how his name sums to 228, a lot like February 28th, the 59th day of the year. See how this all comes together? Kill equals 44 in simple English, 59 in Jewish. Part of a sick joke, truth seeker. Okay. So I want to talk more about assassinations in history. It's not just Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. who have died by these numbers. These numbers have shown up again and again in famous political assassinations. One of the most famous in history is that of Julius Caesar, who's said to have died in 44 BC on March 15th, the 74th day of the year. Remember how Jesus and cross equals 74. That number has a lot to do with martyrdom. Also notice how the words president and Caesar have gematria of 47, the reflection of 74. The abbreviation PM also breaks down to 74 for prime minister.